what was happening in his house. And so this is the he felt like he could just get away with this and put me on supervised visitation and restrict our communication and have somebody monitor what we say and we don't say, and you couldn't confide in me anymore, and you couldn't talk to me anymore about anything anymore. um I was like a visiting parent, and every conversation was very controlled, if you remember that. And it wasn't easy for you, and it wasn't easy for me. you know I paid a lot of money for these visits. Well, anyway, so while I was in court advocating for you and the abuse, and I was hoping the judge was going to see that now that there's a problem here and you were going to come back with me, and them pulling you out of school like that and keeping you at home was also very suspicious. Why would a parent just pull somebody out of school and then just keep them at home? I guess to keep controlling what you could say to anybody, right? Um, and the reason I know this is because your dad was very controlling to me when I lived with him. I mean, there's a reason why I don't live with him and I don't have a relationship with him anymore. He was very controlling, and it was just not a very nice sight to live with him. And it was, I mean, all those things I'd be more than happy to share with you one day in the future if you ever want to hear it. But I had to get away from your dad for you and I's safety. And one day I'll show you my diary, no problem. So I just want you to know, Ethan, a lot of what you probably went through in your dad's house is probably no different than what I went through when I lived with him. Because, I don't know, I feel like he treated us both the same. All right, well, anyways, going back to the court. So when I was in court, I was advocating for you and what you had shared and what was happening. And the judge decided that she didn't want to hear about what was happening to you. She didn't even want to hear from you. Like, I even tried to get you to testify, and they denied you coming into the court. So nobody wanted to hear your testimony. Nobody wanted to hear my testimony. Nobody wanted to hear the witnesses. All they cared about is what your dad was saying. So they gave your dad what he wanted. He wanted us to be supervised and have this controlled relationship for the next how many years. He never wanted it to end. It was a way to break our bond. And as you can see, he achieved it. It hurts because I'm hoping that you're going to eventually see the truth. Well, anyways, when I was advocating for you in that courtroom and I was saying everything right and truthful, the lies and were being taken as truth, and my truth wasn't granted. I mean, or wasn't respected. So at the end of that hearing, I was put in jail for 5 days, which I'm sure you know about, because I remember the next time I saw you on a visitation, you had shared something about you knew I was in jail. Well, I was in jail for that reason, Ethan, because I was protecting you and I was defending you and I was standing up for you. And I went illegally to jail for it. It's okay. It was never your fault. Nothing that's happened is your fault. The system completely failed us. But when your dad says to you that it was the courts or whatever, it wasn't just the courts. If you know anything about the courts, 2 people filed petitions. And your dad filed a petition for me to go on supervised visitation. So the court just granted him what he wanted, because they have to either give me or him, and they decided to listen to him like they always do. Like I told you before, his attorney was very well connected in the court and was friends with the judge. So it didn't matter what lawyer I brought or or if I went pro se, I was never heard in the court. There was a lot of favoritism and a lot of bias, and I just wasn't heard. So yeah, so I went to jail for 5 days, and then when I came out, they did this insane court order, which I'll show you one day. And in the court order, they gave your dad full power, and that's just it. So he controlled when we saw each other, when who the supervisors were, if we saw each other, how much I paid. And this one went on for years. And then so yeah, so that's why I was on supervised visitation. It wasn't because the judge found me crazy, or I wasn't a good mom, or I wasn't a safe parent, or I didn't have money to support you. No, it was never anything that I did, Ethan. Everything I did was right. The judge just decided that she wanted to go with on the father's side and put me on supervised visitation. I mean, one day you'll understand exactly what happened. Even our story's in a book. Um, it's completely wrong what happened in our situation. Nothing about what happened to me or you was done fairly or right. There was no reason why I should have ever been taken out of your life. Nobody's ever found me unfit or not a good mom. I'm actually the opposite. I'm a really good mom. And sometimes in this life, when you're a good person, you get hurt easily. Good people tend to suffer a lot in this world. There's a lot of evil people in the world, Ethan. So I just want you to know why I was on supervised visitation, because I'm sure you were told a whole different story. I'm not even sure. I bet you were told a whole different story. Because your dad's not going to say to you, oh yeah, I put your mom on supervised visitation. I wanted to separate you and her's bond. Anyways, like I said to you, Ethan, when you were 15 years old, when the last time we saw each other, I'm sure your dad said, oh, it's because of the court. It's never because of the court. It's like I told you, he had to approve the supervisors, and he stopped approving supervisors, so I could never see you again, because the court order said I could only see you if we had somebody in between us, in the middle of us. And even though I told your dad many times in many emails, please stop this supervised visitation, just let me have some time with my son, our son, we don't need this visitation. He didn't care. He wanted to keep me on supervised visitation. He wanted to control the narrative. He wanted to do everything so that you and I weren't so close. It bothered him that we loved each other. It bothered him that we were close. Anyway, so I just want you to know that's the truth of why I was on supervised visitation. Has nothing to do with the judge or the courts. Yeah, they could have made better decisions. But the person who asked for me to be on supervised visitation was your dad. And I think it's time that you know the truth. I've held it in for so long, and I thought I would never have to share these things with you or whatever, but look how far your dad has gone to make sure that we don't have a relationship. He hid you from me for 3 years, Ethan. I couldn't find you. For 3 years. He made me believe you were in a boarding school. And I don't even know if you painted your hair because your dad told you to so that I couldn't find you. I don't know. But it doesn't matter to me whether you have blue hair or not. I still love you. You're my son. And I always will love you. No matter who you are. I just want to be in your life. Be a part of your life. That's it. I just want us to be to not focus on all the years we missed, even though it hurt as a mom to miss all your milestones. I just want to focus on what we can create in the future. Okay? But I did think it was important that you know why I was on supervised visitation. Because I think it's important that you know the truth. And I would have much rather tell you this in person than over a video. But I don't know when you'll want to talk to me or see me. So hopefully one day you'll come across this video and you'll understand that a lot of what has happened to us is not what you're told. It's a lot sadder than what you think. That another parent would try to keep us away from each other is very sad and selfish. I would have never done that to your dad. Actually, if you remember when you were little, because I raised you the first 7 years of your life, I always let you see your dad and have a relationship with him. I never turned you against your dad because you have the right to love both parents equally, and nobody should be that cruel and take you and keep you away from another parent that you love. That's just cruel and mean. All right, so there you have it. There, I've told you why I was on supervised visitation. It's not because of anything I did, honey. It's not because I was a bad mommy or I'm crazy and you should be scared of me. I'm actually normal. I mean, I know sometimes I'm teary-eyed, but it's hard. Just like you, I suffered too. We both suffered in this whole process, apart from each other. Anyways, I got this little angel necklace. That's you and me. We're always together, and you're close to my heart. All right. Well, I love you, and I hope you're having a good day. I don't know if you're in summer school, finishing your classes, but I hope you're okay and you're doing well. You can always reach out to me, and I will help you. Because remember, I was a teacher. So if you need help with any of your classes or your studies, I'm here for you. Okay? I love you, and I will hopefully talk to you soon. Okay, baby? Bye.